Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and we're waking up quite a long way from home. Quite a long way from where we last started after we beat the Spheramorph, the worthless protoplasm. I did say at the end of the last video that I was going to be taking the long road back to Besaid, which is exactly what I've gone and done. And it didn't actually take that long. What I did was I just set the controller setting to memory or whatever you call it, so that I could just use Flee with Tidus in every battle. And actually the longest part of it was the part that we just done, the Thunder Plains and things like that, because after that it's actually extremely quick. You don't have to go to any of the side areas. The reason that we're actually back here in Besaid is actually twofold. I'm pretty sure there's something I forgot that I can do here, or I'm pretty sure there's something else that I can do here that I wasn't able to do before, if I can remember which way is the right way to go. Because there's like, or maybe it is her, I can never remember. Oh, here we go, yeah, that's it. So we got something mangled and slobbery, and Valfor learned new overdrive energy blast, which is actually really, really strong. So thank you, doggy. Hello, doggy. Oh, hi, Claudette. Hi, doggy. Yeah, I'm not going to start singing that song all over again. Anyway, the reason for our little escapade back here to Besaid is so that we can start collecting these Jechtspheres. And what I'm actually going to do for this video, so feel free to skip it if you don't want to see all this, is I'm actually just going to go back up to where we went and record the whole way. But I'm going to cut to where we find the different Jechtspheres so we can have a look. So get out the popcorn, get the nachos, well, not nachos. When I go to the cinema, I get popcorn and I get Galaxy Minstrels. That's like my classic cinema fare.
I ever seen. Now, that looks like a fine place to live. Orin. My lord. When this is over, could you bring Yuna here? I want her to lead a life far away from this conflict. You have my word. I will bring her here.
He just sounds like Isaac's mom.
Thank you, Orin. You're a good friend.
What are you guys doing? Let's go! I'm so hungry I could eat a shoe puff whole.
You already tried that.
Sorry. Well, let's go then.
Orin is such a serious Steven in these videos, and these like Orin's vlogs and Jecht's vlogs and Bart's soul and Mom's soul and anyone else's soul. Yeah, so that was pretty quick. You won't get like an Orin skill for every single one of them, but at like certain points after you get a certain number of them, you will get them. So I'm gonna meet you, well, I don't know, that's not really that far away, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna meet you on the boat going from Besaid to Kilika. Actually, I wonder if I can actually, now that I'm here, actually, since I'm going past, now that we actually have some more Albed primers. Kilika and Bikanel join as one. Huh? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I was wondering if I was going to be able to read that now that I have more primers, and it seems to be the case. It's just a pleasure to get to hear this music again. This is seriously one of my favorite tracks in the entire game. Like, when you think of like Final Fantasy X soundtrack, you think like these big like sweeping tunes like to Xanarkhan and things like that. No, it's like when I think of the music in Final Fantasy X, I think of this. This is just the best music ever. Yeah, see, with whatever weapon that is that Tidus has, he's always going to get the first attack. The Sonic Steel, I think it is, and then all I need to do is press X a couple of times and then we flee, and that's all she wrote. Okay, so here we are on the boat that goes from Besaid to Kilika, and if we pop in here, or I'm pretty sure there was an Albed primer in here as well before, you can pick up another Jechtsphere and sit down and have a watch. Now we'll take a look. There's Braska and Orin's Titanic moment.
After you get that Aeon from Besaid, Where are we going?
Back the way we came. Then we go north from Bavel and climb Mount Gagazet. Beyond it lies Zanarkand.
Zanarkand, huh? It's been in ruins for 1,000 years, right?
So the legends say. No one knows for sure. It still could be your Zanarkand.
Thanks for trying, Orin.
I think that's like one of the most interesting things about these videos is just how different of a character Orin is.
I thought if I went with you guys, I might find a way to go back. But it's not that easy.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize, Broske. It's not your fault. I should be thinking about fighting Sin now anyway. Zanarkand can wait. But I will find my way back.
Be careful, Jecht.
Hey, I'll be alright.
You'll be dead!
You're the one that should be careful. Wouldn't want your little girl to cry.
She'll be alright. She's strong. Like her mother was.
Just Jecht is one to talk, leaving his wife and kid at home, like, and now we're after learning Banishing Blade. But as I was saying, like, one of the most interesting things about, no, that's what I'm looking for. Overdrive. Damages an enemy. Damages an enemy. Damages all enemies. One of the most interesting things about, like, watching these is how different of a character Orin is. Like, Orin now is kind of, like, jaded and mistrustful and doesn't, like, I don't know, and like done with life pretty much, and like doesn't have any faith in any, well, not does he doesn't have any faith in anything, but it's like he's been around the block a couple of times and he knows when life is coming at you with its pants down, and it's like the Orin in the videos is just like so, like, earnest is like the word I want to say, and like hopeful. So then you have to wonder, it kind of just adds to this whole seething mystery that's bubbling along throughout the whole game of like what is actually the real deal here, because even now we don't know. So we from Tidus's point of view, we always get like this sensation that for example, like in the party they're kind of aware of something on like another level than we are, and it's the exact same thing with like when we see then these videos, like Orin back then compared to Orin now, so you just have to wonder what is it that made Orin so like jaded from life or whatever is what I'm trying to say. And where I want to go here is to like the locker room here in Luca. That's why I just decided to record through while I was saying this, because it's just easier. But like, I am not known for being good at finding my way around Luca, so don't blame me if I get lost here. Oh, well, here we are. Jeez. So I can't remember which of these it is. Whether it's like the left-hand one or the right-hand one. It's one of them anyway. Oh, well, it's not this one, but there is a chest back here. Whatever that's... However, I didn't find that before. High potions ×2. Bring me your next terrible gift. There's something about that King Fire in Adventure Time. Like, that episode, I just kind of... It's really good, you know, where, like, Jake goes to the Fire Kingdom, and he's, like... It's, like, something to do with, like, he's looking for suitors for his daughter or whatever, and Jake is, like, bringing all these, like, stupid, like... And then doing all these stupid things that are, like, the gifts or whatever, and then King Fire's like, bring me your next terrible gift, and he like transforms his body into a koala that just says eucalyptus. It's like the most ridiculous thing, but it's so satisfying. So who are you gonna screw around with this time, Jecht?
Orin, did you get that last match?
Yeah. But I don't understand why you wanted me to. Didn't you say you have Blitzball in your Zanarkand?
Not a sportsman, are ya?
Working on your form?
My form don't need no work. I'm the Great Jecht. It's for my kid.
Or like the Great Reject.
Your son plays Blitzball?
Yeah, and he wants to beat his old man bad. Once I told him to give it up. He didn't speak to me for a week. Wonder what he's doing now.
He's being pissed
I hope
off.
He got bigger and put on some muscle. Hey, what's a big idea? Stop shooting.
Aww. Obviously, Jecht does have. This is the one thing that annoys me. Is it's like the game is trying to get you to like see that Jecht does have a soft side or whatever, and he's actually not a big jerk. But you know what? He is just a big jerk. It's like, yeah, he has good intentions. It's like, oh, he wants to motivate Titus, but like, you don't motivate kids by being a jerk like that, you know? So why don't you try motivating him by not being a jerk? You jerk. The next one is on like that high road, whichever one it's called this time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna meet you there and get a chocobo. So see you in a sec. Yes, I do want to ride a chocobo. This is the point where I'd forgotten about this, that you can actually just get a chocobo and like just speed through all here. And this is the exact reason why the longest part of going back was going through the Thunder Plains, pretty much. Like the Thunder Plains and the Moonflow, that was the longest part, because I didn't have to go through Mushroom Rock Road, I didn't have to go through Killica Forest or anything like that. And for all of this area, you're just able to get on a chocobo and just blitz your way through the whole thing. It's just so useful. The area we're actually going to is that one dead... It's actually like the same one dead end where we found that crest. Was it the Mars crest or something like that? It was one of them. For some reason this chocobo seems like way too big. Like, it seems like just slightly bigger than it should be or something. It's kind of like making me nervous. It's just like this enormous thing hurtling across the screen, and I feel like I'm not in control. As well, like, the screen kind of does these like weird jerky movements whenever you go into like an invisible barrier, so... But it's all good. I can't even like tell where we are right now. It's like, all this place looks so... Like, the first time you go through that high road place, you go through so slowly with all those enemies and things like that it almost looks like completely different. And then like traveling through there by chocobo, it's like you don't even notice it. Wish there was a faster way to just get down to there with like some chocobo feather or like special action or something like that. Because like the area we want to go to is literally right below us, like literally right down there. If we could just flutter down, that'd be ideal. But alas, it is not meant to be. We should be thankful to be able to use a chocobo though. I don't think I'd even bother doing this if I wasn't able to. Because it would just be too much of a heartbreak. The only reason I'm doing this now instead of waiting until later is because that one Jecht sphere that you get back in Besaid, and I can't remember whether I explained this or not, but that one Jecht sphere that you get back in Besaid, if you don't get it now, and literally now, like if we complete the next area then it's already too late. Like if you don't get it now at this point between the Spheramorph and like the next area that we're going to complete, then you end up having to fight the Dark Aeons there, and it's just like, I don't want to end up having to do that. I probably just wouldn't even bother getting it at that stage. Come on, Chocobo. We're going to watch a movie together. It's like our first date all over again. The first date all over again. We didn't even have a first date.
What's it waiting for? Hey, come out and fight!
I told you this was a waste of time.
Hey, come on. It's the right thing to do. Everyone's depending on us. Besides, it's good practice.
I guess you're right. Well then?
Ha! There it is. Alright, let's get him!
Right.
So I guess they fought the Chocobo Eater too. Doesn't that guy ever take a break or something? It's like he's here now and he was here back then. And again, why is Jecht so nice to everyone else and everyone in Spira, and then back home he's such an asshole? It's just like, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, where I'm going to meet you next is, I think it's the Mushroom Rock Road. Yeah, my favorite area in the game. See you guys there. Okay, here I am at the end of the Mushroom Rock Road, and where I am is just in that place where we had that cutscene with Luzu and Gata. Which, again, one of my favorite cutscenes. Well, one of my favorite characters, really, I guess. I just love their dynamic, but then I've said that enough at this stage.
Thanks for everything, Keenock.
I know I don't need to tell you this, but guard Lord Braska well.
Hey, it's Elmer Fudd.
That I will. And you'll be busy too. I heard they made you second in command.
More like third in command.
You know that promotion was meant for you. You were always the better one, even until the end.
You make it sound as if I was going off to die or something. I will see you again.
Yes.
Well then.
Going already? You will tell me about Zanarkand when you return, won't you?
Send you a postcard.
Farewell.
Zanarkand Beach and all the clams you can eat. Does Keenock have a beard? Jesus. It's like in current day, he looks like Elmer Fudd, and there he is with a beard. Anyway, now I have to go all the way to the Moonflow, so I'll see you there. Okay, here we are at the Moonflow, ready to see what Jecht and his buddies did here. We're pretty much retracing their steps in this game. Which is why I know I go on about like Final Fantasy X-2 could have been Jecht's and Braska's journey, but actually when you think about it, now that I'm watching these again, it's like, wouldn't it just be the same game all over again, pretty much? It actually would pretty much just be the same game, and I think that's the point, is that this is just like a repeat of, like, this entire game is just a repeat of what's happened before, and before that, and the time before that, you know, and that's actually the whole point of the game in the end, once we once we kind of start lifting the lid on what's actually going on here.
Shooting me for? So you don't do anything stupid again.
How Orin's shooting
I can't
him.
believe you attacked that shoe puff. Lord Braska had to pay the handler for damages from his own travel money. I said I was sorry. It's never gonna happen again. I promise. Ah, a promise. Which you'll forget come tomorrow. Orin, please. He did apologize.
He apologizes, but all I hear is, pour me, pour me, pour me another drink.
That's it. Only thing I drink from now on is shoe puff milk. You're sure? We're on a journey to fight sin and save Spira, right? If I keep screwing up and making a fool of myself, my wife and kid are never gonna forgive me. That's on the record.
They're never gonna forgive you anyway. Well, I don't know. It's tenuous. It's tenuous. So yeah, pretty much next up is the Thunder Plains. So I'll see you there. This fat and sassy encounter rate, I'm telling you. Like, all those Ochus, I swear. A second, can I not go? Oh, I have to talk to, like, I was talking to the wrong Jar Jar Binks, I think. No, I want to ride the shoe puff.
Ride the shoe puff?
Yeah, let me
All
on.
aboard?
But yeah, like, those Ochus, it's like there's so many of them in that small little area. It's like, what must that look like in real life? These big things just marauding around the place. It's like when you think of like Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 13, where you can see like the monsters out in the overworld just wandering around, and they're actually like real size. Imagine that like past to the Moonflow, where there's just like these enormous Ochus, like about 100 of them, just marauding around the place. It's like, how ridiculous. I swear. I'm just going to check one thing here at the in Guado Salam, because someone commented, and and it made me think. Actually, it made me think that I was remembering something. Someone commentated something like, what was their name again? Ross Devilish something or other. Someone commentated about going back here and seeing a cutscene with Lulu, one of my favorite characters. So let's watch.
No one there?
She's not appearing.
Who is it?
None of your business.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Why aren't you here?
Here she's with her horizontal décolletage again. So yeah, small little cutscene, but definitely worth watching because it kind of sets up. And I was wondering, actually, like, I had, like, a memory that happened, but I couldn't remember when, or I couldn't remember whether I'd imagined it, so thank you very much, commenter, for reminding me of that. Because that kind of sets up, or sets the foundation, or sets the narrative foundation for, what happens later, or somewhere we're going to go later on, so... Where am I, how do I get out of here again? That's my constant craving. So here we are in the first half of the Thunder Plains, and we have another Jechtsphere. It's movie time again. I swear I've been recording for almost an hour. This is ridiculous. I thought this was going to be like a half an hour, but then I didn't factor in the fact that I had to go through all of Mushroom Rock Road and back again. Orin.
What do you see there, my lord? Oh, I was just thinking.
There you go, talking like Isaac's mom again.
No fooling around. You're gonna spoil it. Whoa.
What was Jack doing? Did he want to do like one of those pictures where it looks like he's like holding one of the lightning towers in between his finger and his thumb or something like that? It's ridiculous. At least they're having a good time, I guess. So yeah, the next one is actually in Macalania Woods, so I'm going to meet you back there, and that's pretty much the last one we're going to be doing for this video. I have no idea how long this is going to end up being at the end of the day. We're back where we were, where we started. We're back in the Macalania Woods. And where is that last Jechtsphere? It's like somewhere around here, isn't it? There it is. It's movie time, guys. Again. Oh, we actually did it. 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 26 seconds. What was this doofus? Of course, Lord Braska is such a big shot here.
You are the one they called Jecht. The man from Zanarkand, are you not?
What of it?
Watch your tongue, knave.
Oh, here's loyal Orin. He has so much pep. Peppy Orin. Compared to, like, jaded Orin that we have now in
I
our
am
team.
Braska, a summoner.
Which I almost
I've come to
prefer.
take you from
Peppy
this
Orin
place.
is a bit of a headache.
Sounds sweet. What's the catch?
That easy to see, was it? I soon leave on a pilgrimage to Zanarkand.
Seriously?
I would like you to join us. It will be a dangerous trip. Yet, if we do reach Zanarkand, my prayers will be answered, and you will be able to go home, we think.
Aww.
What say you?
Great, let's go.
So quick?
Anything to get out of here.
I was just gonna say, what else was he gonna do?
Then it's settled.
But I must protest. This drunkard, a guardian?
Hey! You You want to step in here and say that?
He's the star player for the
does it
Xanarkand
matter?
Abes.
No one truly believes that I, a fallen summoner wed to an Al-Bhed, could possibly defeat sin. This is what they say. No one expects us to succeed.
Braska, sir.
Let's show them they're wrong.
He's kind of an inspirational
A fallen
individual.
summoner, a man from Xanarkand, and a warrior monk doomed to obscurity for refusing the hand of the priest's daughter.
Ooh.
What delightful irony it would be if we defeated sin.
Stop gabbing and get me out of here.
Just shut up. Shut up, Braska. Braska is trying to build up this cool narrative for himself, like.
Free at last.
Now, Jecht, I am in your hands until we reach Xanarkand.
Right. So, what's a summoner anyway?
A summoner? That's like when that's like if Goofy were a summoner in Kingdom Hearts is what he'd be. Anyway. So that's the end of our Jecht movie, Netflix and chill or whatever. I'm going to get a fresh cup of coffee and I'll meet you back here in the Maclania Woods. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye now.